Hey guys, we're gonna start this Earth Day off talking about one of the great backyard animals that you can own, and that's chickens. Chickens are a wonderful starter farm animal because they're quite easy to take care of. And you don't even have to own much land to have chickens. In fact, there are a lot of cities and suburb municipalities across the country that are allowing people to own backyard flocks. One of the great things about chickens is that they will eat a lot of insects if you allow them the free range in your backyard. Chickens even love ticks, so if you guys have tick problems, you might want to think about getting some chickens just to take care of the ticks. One of the great things about chickens as well is they will eat a lot of your table scraps, so I would avoid feeding them anything acidic because it will affect the egg production. So tomatoes, oranges, that kind of stuff go in the compost pile. But just about everything else, from bread to even eggshells, chickens will eat. Do not feed chickens chicken, but they can eat other types of protein. If you guys have some leftover beef or pork, you could feed it to your chickens if you want. They will eat just about anything. Trust me, they will love you for it, and your eggs will benefit. So you should think about feeding table scraps along with a really good feed. Obviously we have a chicken food if you guys want to check that out, but chicken scratch, mixed grains are another option if you're on a real tight budget. One of the downsides about feeding mixed grains though is you have to make sure you mix all the nutrients that the chickens will need, otherwise they won't get a balanced diet and you won't get the egg production that you should. Okay, so maybe I got you guys interested in getting some backyard chickens. So now what do you need? Well guys, you don't need much. There are plenty of different coops that you can do. You can do something like I have here, which is in my barn, or you can even get a small coop online on Amazon. Several stores carry them, or you can build your own, which I'll show you one that I built ourselves. One important thing is to make sure that you have good solid chicken wire to protect them. They need an indoor space that's totally secure. Make sure that animals can't crawl under. A lot of predators will dig, so make sure that whatever you have has fully enclosed on all four sides and you can close them in at night. You're gonna need that. So we're gonna step into here and we're gonna take a look at a nesting box. So this is a nesting box that you guys can use. Something like this, you can do something smaller. It all depends on how many chickens you want. I've noticed that the chickens will use the same nesting box. They'll lay in the same couple of boxes. Not every hen has to have her own box, okay? Hey guys, when feeding your chickens Dr. Bull Healthy Balance, you're gonna feed about 1 cup for every 1 to 1.5 hens. You're going to want to make sure you're watching your hens to see how they're eating. If they're finishing everything off and looking hungry, you might want to give them a little bit more. If they're leaving food behind, then they've got plenty and you might want to cut back. So adjust that 1 to 1.5 cups per hen based on their feeding habits, and also it varies on time of year. So what we're going to do to feed our hens is we're going to divide this food over 3 different buckets. That way they don't crowd around and try to fight each other to get to the food. They can each go to their own area and kind of gather around it and make sure each hen gets her fill. Chickens have a lot of dander. They bring in dust every day. So we're going to be doing a spring cleaning today. Every spring you should clean out your coop. I like to use straw because I'm in a pole barn. It's nice and dry here. Straw is acceptable if you have a dry location, but if your coop gets wet, don't use straw. Try something else. Well, now we got that pen nice and clean. Let's harvest some eggs. Chickens will lay eggs almost every single day for you. So your big problem is going to be your friends hounding you for eggs. So on this Earth Day, maybe you will consider getting a backyard flock. Up next, we're going to do some composting, and we're going to show you a great thing to do with all that chicken manure that you just cleaned up.